Hello Virgo, my name is Megan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like and comment on this video if it just so happens to resonate with you. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at anyone dealing with a past person. Switch it up this week. Past energy, what's going to come through? My readings are for sun, moon, and rising signs. I'm not sure if I already said that or not. Forgive me. Let's get into it. Virgo and dealing with anyone from their past. This person definitely keeps a close eye on you. They're also very restless when it comes to thinking about you. Maybe unbeknownst to you, okay? Some of you may be dealing with a Libra or someone with Libra placements. This person could be really, really indecisive, but it's like they do still keep an eye on you. But they could be very indecisive just in general about what they're wanting in life. You also may be dealing with somebody who was kind of a loner in the past, and maybe you have energy that kind of contradicted that energy, numerologically speaking. Numerology can tell us a lot usually about, you know, person's, not only their personality, but our compatibility with them. For instance, someone with a life path 3 isn't necessarily going to be the most compatible with a life path 7, although they're attracted to each other because they're very different. 7s don't like to talk as much. They're more about the mind. 3s are all about communication and networking. So they're often drawn together. A lot of 3s and 7s end up married and in serious relationships, but at the end of the day, they're very, very different energies. So that's kind of the case here is what I'm getting. Okay, we have the Hierophants. On the bottom of the deck, this person sort of, this is somebody who could have seen themselves marrying you or seen a serious relationship with you, but it's like some kind of setbacks, delays here got in the way. This person is not waiting for this to come to fruition anymore. This person could have lost passion for this connection, but it's like they keep an eye on you. They definitely keep an eye on you. This person is looking for something very traditional. They're looking for someone or something very stable, very committed, a very specific energy is what I'm getting. How does this person feel about Virgo at the deepest level? Devil card reversed, 8 of Pentacles reversed. This person feels at the deepest level that you're trying to ail some financial misalignments that have happened. And what I mean by that is you're currently breaking any patterns of behaviors, any patterns that you could have had to do with money that weren't necessarily the most stable or the best. I'm getting this person's viewing you, at least, as, you know, whether this is true or not, this is just how they're viewing you. They're viewing you as, you know, starting to manifest more abundance monetarily wise into your life. And somehow, some way, they've witnessed you kind of letting go of toxic patterns of behavior to do with money. Many of you may be a life path 8 or born in an 8 day. 8 in numerology is the number of money, but it's also the number of karma. 8s in numerology typically do have the tendency to, it's the number of money, so you're good at manifesting money, attracting it into your life. Your goal is to keep it, though. A lot of 8s like to spend it all at once or do that sort of thing, right? My mom is a double 8, and I've seen her get money from places where I'm like, huh? How are you so good at that? Like, it's mind-blowing. But I've also seen her, you know, maybe not be the most responsible with it. Not all the time, but just once in a while. And that's that direct 8 energy. I'm always telling her, make sure, like, you don't go out and, but you know, that abundance will always come right back as long as her karma's good. So I'm always kind of guiding her and teaching her about keeping her karma good as a double 8. It's very important. That was a message out there for somebody. For instance, she gave me a car one time. Super nice of her. My old car had a oil leak, and I'll never forget it. She came into a lot of abundance, as she usually does throughout her life. She gave me a car, no strings attached. She's like, I know that you've had it rough lately. I want to give this to you. And I told her a couple weeks later, after I kind of pondered it, thought about it, I told her, I was like, you know, right, as a double 8 with that double 8 energy, it's going to come back around in a good way. You're going to get blessed with much, much more abundance. And sure enough, like 60K, she got some like 60K from somewhere like shortly after that. So this stuff is real. The numerology stuff is real. I see it play out every single day. Anyways, let's get back to the reading. They're viewing you, Virgo, as someone who really wants to change their lives. Financially, especially, but could be in general as well. You may have had some bad luck or things just haven't really gone your way, especially financially speaking. I am getting, though, regardless of this past energy that keeps an eye on you, where things are kind of weird, like there's been setbacks, delays, they're viewing you as like with financial troubles, I'm actually getting someone new. And I'm surprised in doing these readings this week how much energy focus I'm putting on past energy. My intention is to read a past person, and now the new person's coming out. Last week I did new person and a lot of past energy would come out. So it's just funny. It's funny how it's going to come out, whatever needs to come out, whatever people need to hear, no matter what. Anyways, I see someone new, brand new, entering your life. Tell me more about this new instance, this newer person. I feel like in the last Virgo readings there was a lot of newer energy as well. Wow, this could be something really stable and committed, and this could start a whole new chapter for you. Virgo, what I'm getting with this World card, excuse me, what I'm getting with this World card is you're going to close out the cycle from the past. Whoever this person from your past is here that's like restless, like wants to know what you're up to, all of that sort of thing, but it's like things got in the way here. Even though they're viewing you as leveling your life up, I don't think it matters much because you're just sort of ready to close this past chapter out of your life energetically for good. You're ready to finally put it down, finally move on to something brand new. And it came out with the 10 of Cups, telling me that this newer connection is going to be really, really beautiful. Some of you may be seeing 10 or 1010 on the clock quite a bit, or anywhere. Angel numbers are everywhere, right? 10 or 1010 in numerology. That angel number speaks to new beginnings, especially in the love sector. Great new beginnings, ones that make you feel good, ones that make you vibrate very high. This newer person could be somebody who either has children or they are wanting a family, wanting children, things of that nature. And I feel like for two scenarios, for like one half of you or for some of you, this newer connection is going to come in the moment that you decide to put an end to any toxicity from the past. Because what I'm getting for many of you Virgos is that this past connection, it was very like, there was nothing ever concrete. There was always a setback, always a delay. There was always a reason why it couldn't move forward to something really sustainable. Maybe this person was about money and maybe you were having financial struggles. That is not someone you need in your life anyways, right? But there was just icky energy of the past here. And I see you, for some of you, like I said, for like half of you, you're going to put a complete close to this chapter from your past. And then right after that, right after you do the hard thing and put a close to the past, boom, new love comes in. A special new love. The kind of new love that makes this past love look like laughable. It'll be laughable. Not that there's anything wrong with the past person, but just the connection and the way you guys work together. This newer connection is going to open your eyes to just what else is out there. But for others of you, you're actually a newer person's going to come into your midst, and it's going to make you realize all the things that you've been wanting, and most importantly, it's going to make you realize the things that you've been missing with the last connection, which is in turn going to help you close out this cycle from the past, which is still doing the hard thing. The universe just might assist you with a newer person showing up. Normally speaking, though, like I said, that's the exception. Normally, the way the universe works, the way the law of attraction works, we have to close out our old cycles that are energetically holding us back. We can't see these things. That's why life is so tough. We can't, it's not like we can see the energy of another person sitting there. Oh, your energy is holding me back. I better cut it off. We can't see it. We live in a physical reality. We can't see most things around us that are actually happening. That's always fascinated me about spirituality, but I digress. It's like as soon as you energetically understand that this past energy, the one that's keeping an eye on you, the one that was just like all over the place. It just didn't feel right at the end of the day to either of you actually. The moment that you either meet a new person And that's the exception. Usually what will happen, sometimes I've seen it where the universe will assist. They'll send us someone new, and without any of like cheating or playing two parties at one time. I never want to condone that. But I've seen it where someone wasn't being treated right, like at all. They were in a connection that they shouldn't have been. They needed to leave it. And the universe assisted. The universe would send in somebody called a bump contract. What bump contracts are in spirituality is it's a soul contract that was meant to come into your life for a short period of time. I'm not saying this newer person's short term. I'm just giving an example of a bump contract. It's someone who comes into our life who is meant to, for a short period of time, to bump us onto another path because we're having trouble getting there. It's called a bump contract. And if you think about your life, you've probably met people who you've come across randomly who have you're kind of like, huh? Why now? And but then like something bad happens with the person you're dating. And it's not that you run to that other person that made you go, huh? What's that? Why now? But it does give you hope that, oh, there is other things out there. I don't need to be stuck on the past so much. And that's kind of the message I'm getting, is that you really just need to close out whatever past energy this is here. I feel like you're going to be so much happier. I feel like the newer person's going to want a lot of the same things as you. They're going to want that commitment. They're going to want travel. I'm hearing travel. Let's see. What is the advice for Virgo regarding this situation with this past person? What is the advice for Virgo regarding this past situation? Okay. Yeah. Communicate with the past person if you need to, but definitely have your standards in place. Definitely don't take any crap from this past person, and definitely don't be codependent with the Queen of Cups reverse there. Every time I see that reverse, it reminds me of codependency. So any area of your life where you were codependent on this past person, that could be financially, it could be emotionally, it could be anything. I'm seeing for you, it may have been financial. Maybe you were a little codependent on a past person. That's just for a couple of you, not for all of you. Really aid yourself in healing that any codependency that lies within you to do with that. And I am seeing that you're trying to get rid of any toxic behaviors that have held you back in the past or held connections back in the past, which is ultimately going to lead you forward. I'm seeing you being very protective over a new situation, a new person, or a new scenario. It's like you don't want anyone to take this newer person. How else is Virgo feeling about this newer person that's either entered their life or is about to enter their life? You feel like there's obstacles just because there are things, that past energy is still part of your life. It's still things that you think about. There may be obstacles in the way of this newer connection, like distance or anything. Could be money, distance, you name it. But either way, there is obstacles to do with the newer person. You're going to go towards this regardless, though, I feel like. I feel like you're just so passionate about it, and it's something that you really can see yourself giving to, because it's finally something that's on your vibration. When you were dealing with this past situation, you were vibrating very low. And I can tell that because this past person vibrates low, and like always attracts like. That's the law of attraction. So when this past person was vibrating low, so would you. But now you're meeting someone who vibrates very high, and you're going to meet them on that level. It's going to help you really lift your vibration, which is going to help you manifest those finances you've been wanting, or even this new love, right? Even just cutting off the cycle, stopping the cycle completed with the past person is going to raise your vibration and help you manifest new love, money, all of it. It's all about having your vibration in that correct spot. So that is what I have for you, Virgo. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and as always, I will see you guys next time.